Hey guys, how's it going? Lovelace here. Got some major updates for Space Ape Club coming your way. Go ahead and get ready for this long video. It is going to be long. I'm going to try to break it down by segments. But yeah, a lot to go over today. A lot of groundwork that we've established, a lot of building that we've done. And I really just want everyone to be on the same page. So this is going to be one long video, hopefully doing so. So I got my astronaut suit on. Let's go. It's going to be a long one. So got my astronaut suit on. Ready for this? What we're going to be going over today is our website, our white paper 2.0, our drip drops, our dev team Mint City merge, which is a big deal. Shout out to them. CNFTCon, which is also sponsored by Mint City. We got SAC merch, we got our Discord updates. We're going to go over our children's book and kind of go over what the future holds. So to kick things off before we get started, we are going to open it up here with some lo-fi to have in the background. This is created by Fuko-Fi. This is Fuko-Fi Volume 1. Project Fuko is a artist that we onboarded through the space. He's one of the first ones that we onboarded through Space Ape Club. He's done a couple of pieces, 45-minute YouTube video. He's working on a lo-fi space album as we speak, or lo-fi single, I believe it is. But absolutely, he's done a lot of great work with everyone, or not everyone, but a bunch of other NFT projects in the space. He's worked with a lot of metaverses, creating sound for them. So it's just a really cool artist that we have onboarded through Space Ape Club, and really talented. So while we're getting started, we're going to start with our Space Ape Club website. Now, this was recently redone with our newly added team member, Mamu. He is the recently added web dev to the team. Badass website. So as we come in, we're going to be greeted with our welcome page. Radioactive Space Ape Club, quick update on that, guys. Radioactive Space Ape Club is going to be minting near the end of the month. It's going to be near the end of September as we go into October, right before CNFTCon. So with this, it is going to be a one-to-one mint, guys, with attributes. What does that mean? So all of these apes listed down here and a bunch of other sneak peeks that we've been shouting out on Twitter and in Discord. Guys, these are one-to-one mints using your already established attributes. So meaning if you wanted a mutated halo, for example, you have to have a halo trait on one of your apes already. Same thing with the laser beam or with the mutated grills. You're going to have that 6'9" rainbow grill already on your ape for this one-to-one mint. We've already had a couple of mints already with our vending machines. We've had our SAC serum, extreme serum, and our space pets. Those were all utilized minting with our Space Ape Club utility token. Now, before I get into any more of the website, I kind of want to go over our white paper first. This was the first piece of information that we put out as a building block for the project. So I feel it's pertinent we go over the white paper, go over the information that's been added, and then jump back to the website, show how it's been incorporated by the white paper, and so forth. Now, as far as the white paper goes, this is, I believe, a 20-page document. There's our intro page, we got our table of contents. What does the white paper go over? Well, basically it's our tokenomics for the SAC utility token, but it also goes over the risk factors. We have a disclaimer as well. I think it's pertinent info. If you're just now getting into the NFT space or if you've been in it a long time, it's just really good information here just regarding NFT investing in general. We go into what is Space Ape Club, we go over what do we hope to achieve, our backstory, our SAC plot. We go over Space Ape Club utility token, the tradability, the supply and distribution. We go over our Space Ape Club token burn. We go over the staking mechanics, how airdrops are going to be handled in the future, and SAC through gamification. Now, as far as this intro goes, I am going to read the disclaimer. I'm going to read the whole white paper just so everyone listening, I'm going to add inputs, a little bit of touch here and there, so hopefully it just makes sense moving forward. So the purpose of this white paper is to provide potential or already holders, token holders, with pertinent information regarding the project in order for them to make an informed and educated analysis of the Space Ape Club project. This white paper does not intend to create or put into implicit effect of any kind, such as a contractual relationship, agreements between parties, or any other formal agreement between holder and project creators. The information presented here is for informational purposes, and any financial information that you can see in this paper is subject to risk and fluctuations out of our control. The results you experience may differ from what is expected and written here following unexpected contingencies. We do not hold responsibility over possible events that could lead to the non-fulfillment of any information written in this paper. This token is not a financial asset and holds only a value of one Space Ape Club token equals one Space Ape Club token. Space Ape Club's team isn't responsible nor engaging formally to fulfill anything that is written in this paper. This is a project we will do our best, but what you decide to do with it is at your own risk and responsibility. What is an NFT? NFT is a unit of data stored on a digital ledger known as a blockchain. Here in Space Ape Club, we do operate on the Cardano blockchain, utilizing ADA as the currency. An NFT and the associated license to use, copy, or display the underlying asset can be traded and sold on digital markets such as JPEG Store, CNFT.io. NFTs function like cryptographic tokens, but unlike cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, NFTs are mutually interchangeable, thus not fungible. I do want to visit this real quick, the associated license to use, copy, or display. I do want to point out that Space Ape Club, the day we sold out, we did get everyone commercial licenses or rights to create derivative projects, print their NFTs, really do anything they wanted with them as long as they own that specific NFT in the wallet. So that was a really important information I just wanted to touch on. Each NFT may represent a different underlying asset and may have a different value. NFTs are created when blockchain string records of cryptographic hash, which is a set of characters identifying a set of data, are added to previous records. So it stacks on top of each other. This cryptographic transaction process ensures the authentication of each digital file by providing a digital signature that is used to track NFT ownership. A really good example of this is if you buy and sell NFTs on JPEG Store, you can see the activity of the NFT itself, and you can see who's purchased it, traded it, transferred it. Same thing on OpenSea, of course. You should understand the risk associated with NFTs entirely before you decide to invest in them. The NFTs described in our Space Ape Club platform entail certain risks that investors should consider before making decisions to purchase any of our offerings. We give no assurance that you will realize any rate of return or other investment objectives. The NFTs being offered are speculative and involve elevated risk, meaning that they can or cannot go up in value or down in value. There's really no guarantee at all in any way. Investing in the Space Ape Club NFTs involves risk in and of themselves. You should carefully consider the risk factors below, as well as any other information you research or ask your expert about. We recommend consulting with your financial and legal advisors as to the risk involved in an investment in the NFTs and whether an investment is suitable for you. NFTs are not an appropriate investment for you if you do not understand the terms of the offerings or are unable to evaluate financial matters. You should not purchase NFTs unless you understand and know you can bear all the investment risk involving the NFTs in and of themselves. Risk related to NFTs are not a diversified investment. We're going to touch on that as NFTs are not an investment in a money market mutual fund. For this reason, investors will not have the protections provided to the mutual fund investors under the Investment Company Act of 1940 as amended. Now that's mainly for my US guys, but again, that's retail investing across the board. There are some type of protections, but in the cryptocurrency space, there's none really. NFTs are not insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or any other government or non-governmental entity. I think to the date of this paper, there's been a lot of meetings on the crypto bills and such in the US, but I still don't think there's any form of this protection. You could lose money or some of or all of your investment. No private or government entity guarantees a return of your investment, even in the event of the collapse of the NFT market. NFTs are not protected by the Securities Investor Protection Corporation under the Securities Investor Protection Act of 1970 as amended. The value of NFTs may be influenced by many unpredictable factors, such as the value of NFTs we may offer may fluctuate. Several factors, many of which are beyond our control, will influence the value of such NFTs. That includes supply and demand for our art, general economic, financial, political, regulatory, geographical, or legal events that affect the NFT market. Of course, with the Russia and Ukraine incident, we've seen a dip in the cryptocurrency market. Since then, of course, with all markets. However, that's just a little example of what could happen to affect the markets. Declining industry sales volume due to a financial crisis, recession, geopolitical events, or other factors would have a material effect on us. As you guys have seen, a lot of projects, in the crypto space since the fall of crypto has either disappeared or gone extinct, or they're doing their best, right? In the fall of 2008, this is an example. The global economy entered a financial crisis and severe recession, putting significant pressure on the financial markets generally. These economic conditions can dramatically reduce industry trading volume throughout the world. Similar downturns may result from geopolitical events, such as wars, acts of terrorism, or other factors beyond our control. There is no assurance that the NFT market will not suffer downturns in the future, and any negative impact could in turn have a material adverse effect on your NFT investment. Adverse effects resulting from geopolitical, economic, or other events could adversely affect our business. With the increasing interconnectedness of global economic and financial systems, a financial crisis, natural disaster, geopolitical crisis, acts of terrorism, and other significant event in one area of the world could have impact on markets around the entire world. So again, that's just a little disclaimer walkthrough. We're done with the nitty gritty. Moving on. Thank you guys for your patience. So what is Space Ape Club? I know most of you already know what Space Ape Club is. You've been here from the beginning, but this is for our new guys. The new guys coming in, they don't really know what Space Ape Club has been about, well, how we started, etc. So Space Ape Club is a native token profile picture project on the Cardano blockchain, in which every Space Ape Club profile picture, every airdrop piece of art, or token minted directly from Space Ape Club is all native assets on the Cardano blockchain. Owned by the holders in their respective Cardano Ego wallets, Space Ape Club consists of 10,000 unique one-of-one assets. What do we hope to achieve? Space Ape Club hopes to achieve a fully operational ecosystem surrounding our staking mechanics, SAC utility token, and 2D Genesis SAC games. Using the SAC token and the technological advantages of the Cardano blockchain, Space Ape Club members will become part of an ever-evolving system that will continue to evolve. Holders of Space Ape Club assets will be able to obtain exclusive NFTs, SAC token, on-chain assets, and gamified elements, all would provide an enjoyable and unique experience for our holders. With several projects reaching out to us for whitelist and collaboration opportunities, holders of Space Ape Club will continue to receive whitelist benefits, early access to drops, and exclusive items along the journey. Now guys, I would like to touch base on this. Most of this is done within Discord with our whitelist giveaways and the holders only chat. If you've not verified yourself, I do highly recommend getting verified in there. We are going to be branching out and building upon the holders only section here within the next couple of weeks. Along with hopefully some real world utility discount codes to real places that you guys go every day, all of that fun stuff. So make sure you're getting in there, verifying your holder access. It is through CNFT.io. A lot of other projects are using the same bot, so there's really no security concerns there that I've seen, and no one's really having that many issues. So continuing on to our backstory. It was late one evening, and out of the dark night, a profile picture ghost dropped on the Cardano blockchain. The project is Halloween Apes, referred to as Trippy Apes by the community, and minted for 15 ADA to all those that were aware. After the project sold out on Halloween night, the 15 ADA Halloween Apes were then sent to airdrops of banana art for their community participation in the profile picture drop of Halloween Apes. After the airdrop was sent out, the apes were given utility as one-to-one mints into the Space Ape Club, which minted on the 14th of December. During this time, only holders of Halloween Apes or airdrop bananas were able to mint from the Space Ape Club drop. During the mint, it was a one-to-one mint where the Halloween Apes or Space Ape Club bananas were the keys. An example of the mint was if a person held 5 apes and 6 bananas, they were able to mint 11 Space Ape Club assets only. That specific wallet could not mint any more. Of course they could mint less, but most people minted the amount that they preferred. Now that was really cool at the time, just because there was not many mints utilizing prior assets. They weren't really utilizing keys into mints, so it was really revolutionary at that time. And of course, we continue to build on the tech as we branched out. Now, the projects under Space Ape Club right now are of course, we have our official Space Ape Club policy. We have our Halloween Apes and Bananas. We have our Space Ape Club figurine, which was airdropped out to the community. We have our Space Ape Club check, which was also a random airdrop to certain holders. There's a random airdrop to, random holders. But yeah, unique drop sent out randomly. We had our SAC utility token. Now again, the first round was airdropped to everyone. We had our couple minutes of delay. However, on our website, you can do a full claim. There's a full claim for like the past 4 or 5 months worth of SAC utility token. We also have claiming every epoch through drip drops. We have our space pets, which were minted with SAC utility token. We also have our mutation serums. We have our megas as well as our normals, which are under the same policy, same collection. Now our Space Ape Club plot. Space Ape Club are all that remain of the Apetopia planet destroyed by a meteor shower that wreaked absolute destruction to the eastern hemisphere where the banana food source grew, which rendered the entire planet inhabitable. 10,000 apes were able to use escape pods and retreat to the Ape Citadel space station before the meteor shower hit, where they are now searching for a planet sustainable of containing life. Guys, what's important about this plot is this is the building blocks where we're going to incorporate all of our media into. So we do have a children's book series that I've been hinting at. The first children's book of the series goes over this absolute scenario. We follow our ape Abe as he grows up, becomes an astronaut ape, and then goes on to the space station. So we do have our first children's book touching base on this as well. It's going to be minted with SAC utility token along with some ADA. The book itself is going to be on Amazon Prime Kindle, and it's also going to be available in paperback. We're trying to incorporate the Web3 into real world accessibility. We think getting Space Ape Club into Amazon and on Kindle, getting out there, that's going to be just beautiful advertising and growth for the project as a whole. So Space Ape Club utility token, SAC tradability. With SAC utility token being a native asset and fungible token on the Cardano blockchain, it will be tradable on every Cardano-based decentralized exchange supporting Cardano. Now again, this paper was written before the Space Ape Club token was actually verified. We do have the Space Ape Club token verified on MinSwap as well as MusliSwap. They're both the #1 dexes on Cardano right now. The SAC utility token is also verified on CNFTIO and JPEG Store. So that's a huge deal. As far as the drip drops go, we passed the KYC and risk assessment. So yes, we are verified through drip drops for the staking rewards. That in and of itself, to have all of that outlined above is just insane for a profile picture project. So yeah, that's building growth, the starting foundation of our ecosystem. It's now in place, and we're going to be growing on top of that. So with our SAC utility token being a native asset and fungible token on Cardano blockchain, it will be tradable on every Cardano-based decentralized exchange supporting Cardano. We just went over that. It's important to remember one Space Ape Club utility token equals one Space Ape Club utility token. The value the community puts on the SAC utility token outside of our project, we have no control over. As far as the project goes, we know that one Space Ape Club is one Space Ape Club token. We hope to just utilize mints with it and continue on with all of our future mints. We're going to go over that in the future, later on the white paper. But yeah, as far as what the value the community puts on it, that is on you, the community. This will allow the exchange between users that own this token with any kind of accepted asset on which the token is registered and approved for trading at an approved coin swap. We're also looking at different stores accepting this, the SAC utility token for minting of other assets or Space Ape Club assets in and of themselves. We're also looking at doing stuff in-house, but that's not set in stone. Depending on the context, this will be done with smart contract or basic transaction on the Cardano, which applies a gas fee of a certain ADA amount to be able to complete the transaction. So we're just saying that gas fees are going to be applied and that everyone should be aware that fees will be applied. We must abide by what the chain demands. This will not be a free process, as gas fees will have to be paid to receive your rewards earned while staking or throughout your experience here in the project. You also have to pay the same gas fees when you go to redeem rewards tokens for a mint or asset burn. See the Cardano Explorer fee structure for more details on Cardano's fee structure. So we've included a link as well, which go over different gas fees, why they're applied, etc. Now the supply and distribution. So the maximum total supply of SAC utility token to ever exist will be 100 million SAC utility token. I believe the way we set it up is if after 2 years of every single ape claiming every single epoch, then that would be 2 years supply, and then it would go into a burn. But right now we're just assessing everything as we go. The pools have been set up. We are working with indexes to create some farming, so we're going to have updates coming out later on regarding that. And it's just we're about to explode, boys, as far as the growth and everything like that. It's amazing. The two main distribution methods of stacked utility token will be through character staking from the original 10k sack drop and a drawing sacked at the burn machine. So we also added in on top of the, so I believe every epoch, one Space Ape Club gets 5 sacked. We also added in for the space pets that minted with sacked utility token, you get an additional 2 Space Ape Club utility tokens per pet. So let's say you own 4 pets, at the end of the epoch you get 4 Space Ape Club utility token bonus on top of what you're already claiming for your apes. Now, the two main distributions of sacked will be through character staking and withdrawing sacked at the burn machine. Breakdown of token supply. So 19% of the token supply will be kept in a wallet for future distribution through community involvement, gamification, and tournaments. You guys have already seen Remy and Discord. We've had a bunch of giveaways of sacked going on. We've had a bunch of giveaways on Twitter going on. Our most recent community cloud was with Dirtbirds, where we're both utilizing our different currencies, project utility tokens, and just having a great time with that. So that's just going to be what we plan to grow on as well. 1% from the 100 sack first checks. So 1% was set aside to set for all the burn, the checks, the 10k checks that were burned. 40% of the token will be distributed through the burn mechanic, 20% through staking phase 1, and then 20% through staking phase 2. We haven't announced this yet, but there will be additional staking. Now, the sacked utility token burn is a way of acquiring sacked utility tokens through the website directly, while burning one of your previously acquired NFTs from the approved collections below. What's really cool about the sacked utility token burn, I haven't seen many or at all other projects bring in past collections or anything like that to use towards their utility token currency. So we brought in a bunch of stuff. We're going to go over that. So please see the breakdown below. What we're saying above is if you're going to come in and burn any of these assets, the amount of set aside for burn redemption of each asset is based on the policy ID of each asset along with their respective collection as a whole. It is never based on the ADA value of the individual by itself. We're talking about the floor price here of the collections, guys. So let's say the Halloween apes, the floor collection, let's say the floor price of the apes being burned and purchased goes up, we're never going to change the sacked value. It's always going to be burned for 60 sacked, at least per the white paper at this point in time. Now, it's always up for change, but right now, we're not going to change the amount of sacked rewarded for the burn just because of floor price. That's all I was saying. Now, as we go through here, we have our 10k sack checks, of course, for the first item to be burned. You could burn this item, you get 10,000 sacked. If you had multiple 10k sack checks, or if you have multiple Halloween apes, you guys can send in multiples at a time. It just has to be from the same collection. So on the Cardano Kings collab, let's say you have 10 Cardano King collabs, and you want to burn 8. You can send in 8 at a time. You just have to check out the chart on the website, which will go over the pricing. Now, for the Cardano Kings, I do want to shout out Cardano Kings collab. Cardano Kings is one of the first 8-bit projects on Cardano. They made it around the same time as Cardano Warriors, so they're an OG to the space. They're here. They've been here for a long time. They continue to build and do it for their community. So to get this collab as one of our first collabs was a big deal, at least to me, because I was a huge fan of Cardano Kings and their growth that they were able to do. And so this collab was a beautiful thing for us to do. You burn one of their NFTs, you get 105 sacked. The Halloween Apes, for the Halloween Ape collection, again, they were 1-to-1 keys into the Space Ape Club, but they can also be burned for 60 Space Ape Club token each. Our ADA Army, so shout out to ADA Army. ADA Army is continuously building the space. I believe they have a bunch of different Twitter spaces now where they onboard projects. They're doing a lot for the community as well. So this collab was just a fun collab. ADA Army created a bunch of different clay pieces, and we were able to have that collab go out. But you can burn those pieces for 60 sacked now. Our Thanksgiving Bears launched on Thanksgiving last year. We've had a bunch of airdrops go out for those, and we do have a not one-to-one mint, but we do have a bear mint coming up where you have the bears are just keyed into the mint, and that's going to be happening after Radioactive goes live. Okay, so we're just making sure that Space Ape Club is on track for everything that we've promised there, and then we do have the art done. We're getting it coded up at the dev team, and we have it scheduled for after Radioactive Space Ape Club goes live. Again, I don't know if I've gone over it, but Radioactive Space Ape Club, end of the month, end of September. Monroe collab. So Monroe, he was one of like the first people to ever visit Flowers Auction House. He was one of the first creators I launch padded through Flowers. He's an OG in the space, and he created this collab for us at Space Ape Club to commemorate that. And we have those burning at 30 sacked each. Cosmic Pals. So Cosmic Pals is ran by an entirely different team now. I was just helping during the mint, and we can go over that during a different time. But there is a whole new team leading Cosmic Pals. I wish them the best. If they ever need help, let them send me a DM, and I'll assist you guys. But those can all be burned for 30 sacked each. And then we have our sack figurine airdrop. So our sack figurine was made by a community member as airdrop to all our holders. You got 30 sacked each for burning one of those. So staking mechanics. The staking mechanic will come in two phases. So we've already seen phase one. The first phase of the staking system, Space Ape Club will work with collaboration with drip drops for them to deliver the sack at the rate of 1 sack per Space Ape per day, meaning 5 Space Ape tokens per epoch per each ape. I just want to say that for Space Ape Club to have passed the drip drops KYC and risk assessment, ladies and gentlemen, that is a huge deal again for any project. We've seen a couple projects that have come through, said they're working with drip drops for their staking, and unfortunately drip drops had never even approved them, and that project or those projects are no longer around. But I'm just saying, huge freaking deal to be approved by them. Shout out to drip drops for assessing the project properly and accurately, and everything you guys did, because it was amazing to see the results. That's all I gotta say for there. For the first phase, we did set aside 20 million of the total supply to ensure there's plenty of tokens for everyone to start staking. We are working on setting up a liquidity pool on principal Cardano dexes to comply with the token's needs. Again, we're working on farms and such. Due to the complexity of staking mechanics, and this being one of the first times a 2D project has dove this far into Cardano utility, rare user attributes will not come into play at this time for staking benefits. However, we're going to go back to the website. When we're on the website, I'll go over that. Mathituium over at cyberpickle/mintcity. They are working on a multi-sig wallet, which is going to bring all of this into play. So multi-sig minting and multi-sig staking are in the works. That's what's taking so long. We're going to go over that on the website when we go back there. So all apes will have a chance to obtain the same amount of sack per epoch per day at this point in time. In phase 2, we will plan to enact full gamification through Nami with attributes coming into play. Again, multi-sig is where we're going through this, whether it's through Nami or whatnot, but multi-sig is where we're bringing all of this into action. The second phase will be shaped around gamification staking using the Nami wallet. We will integrate the Nami wallet into the website with simple passive gamification added through scripts and code. The holders of Space Ape Club will be able to send their apes on missions that yield NFT rewards on the portions of SAC tokens set aside for said gamification from the gamification percentage above. These missions will vary in time, ranging from 24 hours to 2 weeks. Now, this is not set in stone. Missions they can be longer than that, shorter than that. However, the missions will vary in time, is essentially what that says. So, airdrops and other airdrops, exclusive drops, and other distributions. So what we would account as an airdrop or exclusive drop moving forward. Moving forward, every airdrop will be redeemable through event redemption cards that will appear on the website or Discord. I'm going to say Discord because on the website we do not have this integrated yet, but it's something we were working on. But Discord is where we really throw all of this out once the SAC token is available for redemption. There's where the SAC holders will be able to send in a certain amount of SAC token in exchange for depending on nature or the event or offer. So what this kind of butchered, what we're saying here, guys, is just like the serums. So, for example, number 2 game element, X SAC or Y ADA plus fees. You got your 10 ADA, you got your 50 SAC, you're going to get a serum. So that's an example that we're throwing out there as far as the gamifications in this formula. Now, exclusive NFT drops. Moving forward, we are working with NFT collections to use SAC as a discount into their mint or as the mint entirely. So we may have artists coming through where they just say, hey, we're going to have an auction for SAC on this piece of art. We're looking at all routes here to bring interactiveness to the community. And if you guys have suggestions, please throw them out. Now for the drops, a ratio will be announced so the SAC members will be able to decide if they want to use SAC utility token or ADA to acquire the asset offered. The portions will be divided at a ratio of 80% to the staked ape staking supply, 10% to the top off of the ATM, and 10% to the gamification wallet. What we're saying here is the portions of the SAC that we received, we're dividing those back into the wallet. So it's not like, guys, we are flat out not collecting the SAC and reselling it on secondary marketplaces. I don't think we can even do that as a project. What we're doing with the SAC accumulated is right here. We just redistribute it through all of the tokenomics and wallets to make sure that everything is topped off and the economy continues running. To date, I personally, and neither has the dev team nor other team members, to my knowledge, have sold any SAC on secondary markets. That's all been from the community. So SAC through future gamification. As the SAC utility token is meant to become the official token of the Space Ape Club project, future gamifications of the NFTs of this project will imply transactions using this token. You guys have already seen that every mint that we've had or discussed, such as the serums, the space pets, and the radioactive Space Ape Club, that's all going to have Space Ape Club utility token involved. Our children's book coming up that is also going to be minted with Space Ape Club utility token. Okay, so we have a bunch of great stuff coming up, guys, that's just for Space Ape Club utility token. Now, Space Ape Club members will be able to use their SAC utility token inside the game on our website and throughout the future events within the community. We're also working on creating integrations in the metaverse as they become readily available on the Cardano blockchain. However, we have no intention of creating our own metaverse for SAC only. Again, metaverse expansion will be completed through collaborations with established Cardano metaverses as they become usable and can scale to the current market needs. We look forward to growing with you, Lovelace. So this is the end of the white paper, and the end on the metaverses. Guys, we really want to integrate with metaverses. I'm sure all of you have seen, the disappointment, the achievements, but between all the metaverses that have come on, right now there's 2 metaverses fully integrating metaverses into Cardano, and that's Pavia and Cornucopias. We don't have any of those listed in the white paper because we don't fully 100% believe in them. However, they are brought on teams of 40 plus people to work on metaverses and metaverse integration. So we are hoping that we can integrate and work with them into the metaverse. So at this point in time, SAC's sole purpose is not for metaverse. I think a lot of projects have realized that in Cardano and especially just a lot of other chains, the metaverse is really hard to get into. So we're moving on with other either not Web3 but real life integrations to Web3 in the project, or we're just moving forward with a great options of entertainment, etc. So that's the end of the white paper. Let's get over back to the website. Now, as we come back to the home, I did go over the one-to-one mint with the attributes. Again, minting at the end of September. We do have our SAC ATM. I'm going to come back to this here in a second. We have our vending machines, Extreme Serum, SAC Serum, and Space Pets, all sold out. They're on secondary. Serums are coming in batches of 500 at a time. With the Space Ape Club, Radioactive Space Ape Club minting at the end of the month, we may have one more coming up, guys. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be at a different time zone than the last 2 we've launched because I know a lot of people have slept through the past 2. So we just want to make sure we're hitting on the other time zones. Space Ape Club, you guys have already know there, it's completely sold out. Get on JPEG Store or CNFT. We prefer JPEG Store at 3% royalties. We did lower them through JPEG Store. Thanksgiving Bears, again, you guys have heard in the prior video, we do have a mint coming up for Thanksgiving Bears. It's going to be after Radioactive Space Ape Club goes live. And yeah, it's just going to be a fun mint for you guys. We're looking at a low amount of ADA, and it's just going to be a great mint. Keys for the Bears, and just fun stuff. Now, Halloween apes, again, burn token. We're going to go back up there. Now, our roadmap. I think we've done most of this. It's time to add to it, but initial release of 10K collection, we've already done that. We've sold out. NFT merch completed through Penny Heist, and he's still accepting orders. We've also launched our own merch store. We've collaborated with Spring. We're going to get into that in a second. We have our Radioactive Space Ape Club with NFT mutations at 1-to-1 mutation per NFT coming soon. We have NFT staking for Project Utility Token. We're going through drip drops, but our in-house is already being built, so this is hit on, and Space Visions are what's next. Now, as we go to our burn, I just want to show you here real quick. So, as I said in the white paper, as you're going through the policy, let's say you have a Monroe collab. You can send in multiple items at a time that's outlined down here, and it just requires the amount of ADA plus the amount of items you want to send in. So again, if I have, let's say, 3 ADA armies, and I want to send those in, I have to send my 3 ADA armies in, plus the 9 ADA. You're going to get some ADA back, and then you're going to get your amount of utility tokens that you're owed. Again, These amounts won't change. Then we have our burn address down here. Send your NFTs and ADA required to the burn. Boom. The NFTs or assets, they're going to be burned along with the receipt of your SAC utility token. Now, as we go over to the staking page, so Math is working on a multi-sig minting tool. This page is blurred out, but essentially this is what you're going to see. You're going to have your information boards up here. It's going to have your NFT, the amount of SAC utility tokens that you can currently claim. Unlike drip drops, we will not have a daily amount or weekly time that you have to come in. This is just going to be a passive claim. I do not believe there's any time frame, so you can let this sit for 7 months, come back, and it's going to have all of your SAC utility tokens there for the past 7 months ready to claim. Okay, this is all done through multi-sig minting and wallets and all that fun stuff. So this is going to be top notch. This is also going to have our attributes, rarities, all of that coming into play. Again, Math has been busting his booty off on this. This is what's been taking forever, but it's really going to bring everything together once you guys see your assets there, your numbers going up, all on the same page, and it's going to be really beautiful. We'll go over to the gamifications tab. So gamifications are currently being built. This is where you're going to send your apes on passive missions per our white paper. Okay. And then I think if you guys watched my last update video, YouTube video, I was like, hey guys, we're going to have a merch button right over here. Here's that merch button. So right over here, we click our merch button. It's going to take us to Space Ape Club merch store. Now, we did collaborate with Spring. Spring does offer 24/7 assistance. They handle all the returns. This is not me obtaining your information and all of that fun stuff. This is literally a third-party vendor. They are collaborating with us on this to help assist in the full production of Space Ape Club lifestyle apparel. So as we scroll through the store, if you guys would like to see, I know you guys want some hats. We're working on embroidered hats. But right now we got coffee mugs, we got hoodies, we got tri-blend t-shirts. I've ordered a bunch of these. I got some hoodies and stuff on the wall behind me. But the tri-blend material is amazing. I'm going to be making an additional video going over merch here in a little bit. But yeah, we got joggers on the wall behind me. Got women's tank tops, all over print tees. We got yoga mats. Guys, we got yoga mats. Got just normal sweaters, women's racerbacks. We got shopping totes, stickers, phone tags. We even got Space Ape swimmers, swim trunks. I have a couple pairs of those, posted those on Twitter. And the store will continue to grow. Right now, the prices are really, really low, comparatively speaking, for the product. We're just wanting to get as much product out as we can. To everyone sending me DMs with pictures of your merch, thank you. I mean, yeah, you guys are kicking it. We had a couple apes going on dates, Tinder dates, and they were sending me photos on Twitter. Let's go! But they were wearing the SAC merch to their Tinder date, and they were stoked. I mean, the quality looked good. They look good in it. So props to all you wearing it. I mean, it's taking the community to get here. So yeah, we do have a full merch store available, guys. Now, going into that, I want to go over to drip drops. I know some of you have had questions regarding drip drops. I do have an FAQ outlined in Discord. I took a bunch of questions I was getting, put them in the FAQ. If you guys have any other questions to add to that, let me know. Now, the main thing with drip drops, okay, is I'm going to go over the claim with you here in a second. The main thing here is whenever you go in, we're going to refresh it. Okay, so the couple things FAQ. You're going to have your wallet staked for 2 epochs. Drip drops will not let you claim anything if you have not had your wallet staked for 2 epochs or more, okay? And then you're going to want to have, I think it's 5 ADA for every claim. Now, for the white paper, we said there's going to be fees. A lot of people are upset about the fees. I completely understand. We have our in-house staking being worked on double time. However, drip drops, the full KYC process, the full risk assessment process was really what we were going for. And that's what we wanted to pass. So we passed all of that, and it's really set us up for a strong foundation for the future. So what I'm going to do when I'm going to log into my drip drops, okay? I'm going to create an account, log in. Now your wallet, again, it should be staked for 2 epochs. If it's not, go ahead and get it staked. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on receive, copy my address. I'm going to paste it there. I'm going to make sure the last 4 digits lined up for what was in my wallet. I'm going to check my drops. Now once it loads, it's going to show you everything that you have. So total of, you have a total of 10 tokens max you can claim. what I'm going to do first is I want my SAC utility token. So I'm just going to type in SAC. Now once you type in SAC, you're just going to show that you have 45 available. Well, I want to select that, so I'm going to make sure that that's selected and select. Okay, now I agree with the terms and policy. But before I do that, there's a bunch of other, if you're interested, coins you can go through and unlock. So I'm going to go back up, delete SAC. So I'm going to collect my drip. I'm going to collect some Hosky. And I'm going to collect some cheddar. And some corn. Okay? Just to really benefit while I'm here, just getting what I can get. Make sure there's nothing else. Alright. Get that too. Damn, Daniel, there's so many fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna claim my drops. What we're gonna do, now it says complete the withdrawal process by saying forward it to the above address. We're gonna go back to our NAMI wallet. We're gonna type in send. We're gonna paste in that address. We're gonna send that for ADA. And we'll wait for the transaction to process. Now, again, drip drops is completely foolproof. We're gonna have this going on for the next future to come, right? We're never gonna shut down drip drops, but we are gonna have our in-house staking to accompany this. So that way it's way more easier on you guys. There's just gonna be one general place for you to come, and again, that's gonna be done on our website in the staking. Now I'm just waiting for this drip drops token to come through. I'm gonna go ahead and check back in my NAMI. Says it was successful. So if I go to my collectibles, got my space apes. So I don't have the SAC utility token yet. We'll check back later. Okay guys, so now, SAC utility token. Back like I said, it was launched on all of the major Cardano dexes. So if we go over here, we'll go to trade. And now this is MinSwap. Now if I wanted to trade on MinSwap, all I would have to do is hit connect wallet, NAMI. Okay, I'm connected, right? So now I have ADA. I can trade my ADA into whatever token I wanted. But if I type in SAC, our SAC token pops up. I can now actively buy, sell, trade SAC. Okay. I'm going to disconnect my wallet before leaving the page. Okay, now we're at MinSwap. We're already at MinSwap, excuse me. Now we're at MuesliSwap. Okay, we're at MuesliSwap. What I want to point out here is we go to markets, featured, start going through the list. SAC is listed right here. Now again, it goes up and down on the list, but we are listed on the future list in the top, I think 20, 25. But Space Ape Club token to be again on this list. We're going through. I see Hosky, I see Pavia, and then I see Space Ape Club token. We got some rat. We got rat down here. What's up, rats? But yeah, that's the only other NFT projects that I see listed even on MuesliSwap. So again, to be having our coin listed on the dexes and everything, to be community traded, is just an absolute blessing. For most projects, guys. Now again, I'm just stoked that it's there and it's happening. We can build on it. Now, Mint City merge. This is what I wanted to talk about. Next is we did merge with Mint City for all of our minting going forward. Okay. Yeah, so they're going to be handling minting. They also sponsored CNFTCon. So at CNFTCon, we're going to have crazy amount of merch. We're going to have a bunch of stuff to give away, guys. We got coffee mugs, right? We're going to have coffee mugs there. we're gonna have different Gary V books. So there's gonna be raffles for a bunch of Gary V books while we're there. Got full sim stuff. So like we're really just incorporating a lot of like the NFT projects, communities as a whole. And if you guys want to see other stuff while we're there, let me know. But again, we're gonna have goodie bags. We're looking at having a total of 100 goodie bags. That's gonna be for the first 100 holders that come up. And that's gonna entail that's gonna have a shirt. That's gonna have either a hat or beanie, and it's gonna have some other goodies inside. So we're gonna have some freebies while we're there, just for everyone to pick up. There's gonna be some holders only stuff, and there's gonna be raffles for holders only as well. So you're gonna put in your raffle, fill out a raffle ticket with your ape number. If you have multiple apes, multiple entries you can have, and we're gonna have some really cool stuff for CNFT Con. As we get closer to the event, we're gonna have another update video showing off a bunch of more goodies. Okay, we went over SAC merch already, guys. Let's go over our Discord updates. Now, as far as Discord goes, this is our landing page. Once you go into Discord, this is what you see. I do have a Start Here panel. This is for anyone that's generally new to Discord or they're new to the project. You can come check this panel out. It has a bunch of information where you can update your verification rules, etc. Rules, read through that. Security tips. We've been trying to keep up on security tips. I've been reading through. If there's anything you guys have as far as security tips, let us know. CNFT tools join. So again, this is where you're gonna come in. You're gonna join CNFT tools, and you're gonna link your wallet and all of that fun stuff. If you have any questions, there is walkthrough videos, but just come in chat and let us know, and we'll make sure we get you assisted out. We do have opt-in roles. Guys, we do have Ape Destination, Ape Journey roles. We've been tagging those mainly on all the events or smaller announcements. However, we've been using everyone for anything major. We do have our holders only channels where you can come in. You guys have holders only giveaways. We're going to be getting those launched back up soon. Crypto Banner, NFT Alpha. If you guys have any projects that you see are minting, come into NFT Alpha. We'll go over it together. All of that fun stuff. Information, so we do have our announcements, minor updates, our space paper, sneak peeks. We've been getting a lot of Radioactive Space Ape Club in there right now. More recently, you can also find those on Twitter. We have our official links, policy IDs. So again, the policy IDs we went over on the white paper, those are all here as well. Team giveaways, we're going to be doing giveaways here soon. NFT merch, again, the links to the NFT merch are all in Discord. And then Project Fuko. So here's our 45-minute Project Fuko. He did a really sick YouTube video for us, but it's available to the community. Now, Space Ape Club Utility Token. So right over here in Discord, this is where you're going to find our FAQ. You're going to find any questions that you have regarding drip drops. These are most asked. If you would like to see anything added more, just let me know. Remy has created a sick Cardano epoch calendar for us, so every time the epoch's about to end, we're going to get a notification saying, hey, if you haven't claimed your utility tokens yet and you wish to, go ahead and go do that. If you don't want to claim your tokens, that's completely fine, guys. There's a bunch of utility coming up for them, but if you don't have the ability to continue getting them every epoch, I completely understand. I completely feel that. You don't have to. It's just, again, if you wish to, those are all the opportunities that have been laid out for holders, and it's great stuff. If you wish to participate, you can. No one's forcing you to. We have our Space Pets section. This is where you're going to find the links to Space Pets, information regarding Mint. This is where all that happened. And the same thing with mutation serums. We have our social links, recent sales. We've also, I've been working with CNFT tools to get our recent pet sales and recent serum sales in. They're going to be getting these channels up and going really quickly. Just waiting on them to come into Discord. So that's going to be no issue. We do have special roles for serum holders as well as pet holders coming in, guys. So new roles coming in as well for all those serum holders and pet holders. And yeah, shilling and trading. So those are all the Discord updates I had. And then again, I touched on the children's book. So our children's book that we have coming up, that is going to be a first of many series. And the first one is following our story, Abe. He's going to be traversing through his childhood into the adulthood and going into the airstrike. So yeah, it's really cool what we have going on so far. What the future holds. Again, I'm working with. Right now, collabs are going to be beneficial to holders mainly. So we're working on farming, we're working on utility really, and then we're working on onboarding projects. So that's our main focus right now on top of all this other great stuff that's really being built on the website. And we're also just branching out. The current community, you guys can see new projects coming on. There's not that many, and it's just a bear market, guys. So we're just going to continue to build, continue to do great things. I mean, I think we're doing everything in the right direction. We've established a great foundation, and I think the floor price on all of the Space Ape Club stuff, I will touch on floor. I think it's a great entry point for a lot of people, a lot of new CNFT people for the next wave to come. So I think we've built a beautiful foundation. We just need to get it marketed and expanded on a lot more, and just a lot more people aware. I was talking, to Fett the other day, and he didn't even know we had token redemption live for Space Ape Club utility token. And so that's been live for 2-3 months. So it's just getting the word out now, guys, and just building upon everything we've built. I think we're in a great standing, and I'm just so excited to be here with you guys. So let's continue doing this. Let's continue building this bear, and that way when the bull comes, this project is just one of the best. And I'm competitive with the other projects, but I mean, I think that what Space Ape Club has built and the community we have here, it's really untouchable, especially once we all come together and continue building on this. So yeah, that's the updates I have for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. But we will continue to onboard people. We'll continue to onboard projects, musicians, all of that fun stuff we were already doing. We're trying to do it directly through Space Ape Club. Yeah, just keep spreading positivity, great vibes through the Discord. A lot of the toxic people left. I mean, well, that was no fun. We'll just say that. But man, thank you guys so much for being here. Still, you guys have made the community what it is, and it's just a blessing to be here. So, just many thanks to you. Excited to see y'all at CNFTCon. More update videos will be coming out. Got some merch videos following this one up. So, thank you for everything again. Have a blessed day. Thank you for being part of Space Ape Club. Thanks.